Picture this. Late light, you're on a narrow valley road, the driver is squinting, and two guesthouse signs glow. One is bright and busy, the other a tidy courtyard that looks inviting. You can almost feel the warm tea inside, but you also hear your teeth chattering. Which do you choose? Hi, I'm Sharjeel. Welcome back to Travel Diary. Tonight's short guide is exactly for that moment. How to pick a room that fits when you're tired and decisions matter.
And I'm Abdullah. I can still taste the freezing night we almost spent under a thin blanket because we picked the view over heat. I learned my lesson fast. We're keeping this short, practical, and usable whether you're with family, solo, or just passing through.
First, why this matters. Sleep is not glamour. It's the difference between enjoying the valley tomorrow and spending the day grumpy, cold, and foggy-headed. Beyond comfort, a good guest house keeps you safe and shows respect to the local community. A little attention at arrival saves a lot of worry later.
Exactly. And small things tell you a lot. A tidy courtyard with staff greeting visitors usually means someone is around at night. Bright neon signs sometimes mean a busy place with turnover, which can be fine but might be noisier. Watch the staff cues. Is someone visible? Do they notice new arrivals? If no one looks up, ask yourself why.
Okay, booking fast. What to read from signs and price boards. If the price is listed and seems fixed, that often means a formal setup, a small guest house rather than a private home. If something's handwritten on a board, it might be family-run and flexible with needs, like late dinners. If staff are wearing uniforms or an official-looking badge, it's more likely they'll have predictable services, like heating and hot water. But remember, signs are clues, not guarantees.
A quick tip. Look for simple things like a hot water container visible in the lobby or a kettle on a counter. Those tiny signals tell you whether the place cares about basic comfort. If you see shoes neatly arranged by the door, you can expect polite household habits, useful for respecting local norms, too.
Right, and now the heart of the episode, the 60-second room inspection. I teach this to every traveler I meet. It fits in your pocket and in your mind. Walk into the room and spend 1 minute checking floor, mattress and smell, windows and ventilation, locks, plugs, hot water, and a quick bathroom look. I'll say the exact lines you can use as you check.
Let's run it in real time. You open the door, glance at the floor. Is it dry and swept or damp and dusty? Say to yourself, floor looks clean, or might need a towel. Then move to the mattress. Press the corner with your hand. Is it firm? Any dampness or an odd smell when you lean in? If yes, that's a reason to ask for another room.
Windows next. Is the window sealed and lockable? Is there fresh air or musty smell? Good ventilation is huge for warmth and comfort. Check the locks on the door and windows, not for a paranoia, but for privacy and peace of mind. Then scan for plugs and lighting. Do you have a working light by the bed and somewhere to charge a phone? Finally, head into the bathroom. Tap water flow, hot water availability, and the toilet type. That's your 60 seconds.
Here are the short on-arrival phrases you can actually say. Polite, humble, and effective. First, to check heat. Salam, is there a heater in the room tonight, or how is heating usually managed? Simple, respectful. Second, for meals and timing. Do you serve dinner here, and what time should we come? Third, shoes and space. Where do you usually ask guests to leave their shoes? These are small questions that show respect and get you clear answers.
Model the tone, gentle, grateful, and direct. If someone replies in local language, mirror their politeness. If you're unsure, repeat the phrase slowly. People appreciate the effort. And if the host says heating is a shared stove at certain hours, ask when exactly, so you can plan clothes and sleep arrangements.
Now, realistic trade-offs. A room with a spectacular view might be colder and farther from a shared heater. A cheaper price may mean a common bathroom or simpler bedding. Prioritize what matters to you. For a single cold night, heat and a private bathroom are often worth a small extra cost. For a long stay, maybe you accept a basic room with a view if the host promises consistent hot water or a kitchen.
Protecting valuables and privacy, quick habits that make a night easier. Always lock your bag with a small padlock, keep passports inside a fold in your carry-on, and use a door wedge if the lock feels unreliable. Leave a towel under the door or request a simple lock on the wardrobe if you need extra security. Bright light on a nightstand is also a signal to others that someone's awake. Small things reduce risk.
And when to walk away. 3 clear red flags. 1. No functional lock on the door. Not negotiable. 2. A strong, persistent smell you can't place. That suggests hygiene or damp problems. 3. No staff or anyone available to answer basic questions at arrival. If you meet any of these, here's a calm exit plan. Say, "Thank you, I think we'll look around a bit more." Ask for directions to the next guest house or the main road, and keep your group together while you move. Stay polite, stay safe.
Quick story. Once we arrived after dark, and the host said no problem about heating, but by midnight, the room was freezing and there was no hot water. A single question, "When does the stove get lit?" would have saved us hours of shivering. We asked that next night and ended up on a warm floor with a hot kettle at midnight. One small question changes everything.
Before we wrap, 2 final quick checks. Always have a backup, the phone number of another nearby guest house or the driver's contact. And if you're unfamiliar with local norms, ask the host a friendly question about house rules. It shows respect and avoids awkward moments.
All right, short recap. Use the 60-second room inspection. Ask 3 polite arrival questions about heat, meals, and shoes. Watch the signs and staff cues. Protect valuables with simple habits. And walk away calmly if you hit a red flag. If you'd like a printable 60-second guest house checklist and screenshotable phrase scripts to save to your phone, visit traveldiary.com. There's a downloadable checklist and regional notes that explain local variations for different valleys.
We made this routine because small choices make travel nights better. Take this, use it, and let the valleys be about the views and the tea, not about a sleepless night. Safe travels and share your stories with us on the site.
Thanks for listening to Travel Dairy. If this episode helped, head to traveldairy.com for the printable checklist and the exact scripts to screenshot. We'll be back with more on choosing campsites, packing for high valleys, and how to be a considerate guest everywhere you go. Good night from the road.